conservative media, recently made a startling announcement that has sent ripples through both the media landscape and political discourse. He is leaving Fox News. This revelation is monumental, not just for Fox News, but for the broader conversation surrounding American political media. Hannity has been a significant figure for decades, and his departure represents a shift in the conservative media ecosystem that cannot be understated. His nightly show has been a fixture on Fox News for many years, and his voice has played a pivotal role in shaping the opinions of millions of Americans, particularly those on the political right. Before we start, smash the like and subscribe. Distinct perspective on current events, consistently ranked among the highest-rated programs on cable television. Fox News built its dominance in the conservative media sphere in large part due to the draw of personalities like Hannity. With his exit, the network will be losing not just a host but an anchor of its identity, leaving many wondering what will come next for both Hannity and Fox News. Sean Hannity has long been synonymous with Fox News. His career there started in 1996 when the network was just beginning to establish itself. At the time, Fox News was positioning itself as an alternative to what it called the liberal bias of mainstream media outlets. Hannity, with his unapologetically conservative views, quickly became a central figure in that mission. His tenure at the network spans a period of immense political and social change in America, from the Clinton years through the War on Terror, the rise of Barack Obama, and the Trump presidency, where Hannity's influence was perhaps at its zenith. During the Trump years, Hannity's show became a direct pipeline between the president and his base. The closeness between Hannity and Donald Trump is no secret, with Trump frequently appearing on Hannity's show for interviews that were often more like friendly conversations than the adversarial interactions many expect from journalist-politician exchanges. This relationship solidified Hannity's role not just as a media figure but as a key player in conservative politics. His platform allowed him to push specific narratives, defend the administration's actions, and rally support for Trump's policies. Hannity's unwavering support of Trump helped cement his position as an influential voice in the right-wing media landscape, and for many, he became indistinguishable from the movement itself. Hannity's influence extended far beyond his own show. Over the years, he became a figure who could amplify emerging conservative voices, promote causes, and provide a sense of validation for many on the right. His support was a marker of legitimacy in conservative media circles, and his ability to reach millions of viewers made him an essential ally for Republican politicians and activists. When Hannity spoke, it often felt as though the conservative movement as a whole was speaking with him. Yet, his departure from Fox News raises several important questions about the future of conservative media. What happens when one of its most prominent voices steps down? Hannity was not just a media personality but a force multiplier for conservative ideas. Without him, Fox News may struggle to maintain the same kind of ideological coherence and appeal to its core audience, especially in an environment where competition from other conservative outlets like Newsmax and One America News Network has become fiercer. The timing of Hannity's exit also comes at a pivotal moment in American politics. The country is on the cusp of the 2024 presidential election, a period that promises to be as contentious as any in recent memory. With Hannity's departure, the conservative media ecosystem loses a powerful advocate for conservative candidates and causes at a time when that voice could be especially crucial. Hannity had long been seen as a stabilizing presence for Fox News viewers during election cycles, offering not only commentary but a sense of continuity amid the chaos of the political world. His absence will undoubtedly be felt as the network gears up to cover what is likely to be another intense election season. Fox News now faces a crucial decision. How will it fill the void left by Hannity? Replacing such a pivotal figure will not be easy. Hannity's unique blend of charisma, political insight, and media savvy made him a formidable presence on the network. It is difficult to imagine anyone stepping into his shoes and commanding the same level of loyalty from Fox News' core audience. While Fox News has other prominent figures, such as Tucker Carlson and Laura Ingraham, each with their own distinct voices, none of them have the same historical ties to the network or the same deeply personal connection with the audience that Hannity cultivated over his decades on air. At the same time, Hannity's departure may open the door for new voices to emerge within the conservative media space. For all his strengths, Hannity's approach represented an older model of conservative commentary, one deeply rooted in the talk radio style that shaped his early career. As younger audiences turn to alternative media sources, podcasts, and digital platforms for their news and commentary, there may be an opportunity for Fox News or other outlets to pivot toward these emerging trends. Hannity's exit could be seen as a moment of transition both for Fox News and for conservative media more broadly. There is also speculation about Hannity's future. A media figure as influential as him is unlikely to fade quietly into the background. Some have speculated that Hannity may be considering starting his own media venture, following in the footsteps of other prominent figures who left established networks to build their own platforms. In the age of digital media, the barriers to entry are lower than ever before, and a figure like Hannity could easily leverage his massive following to create a successful independent venture. Such a move could potentially disrupt the conservative media landscape even further, as it would allow Hannity to speak more freely without the constraints of a corporate network, while also offering an alternative to Fox News and other conservative outlets. Alternatively, Hannity may choose to take a step back from the media spotlight, focusing more on his personal life or other endeavors. After decades in the public eye, it is possible that Hannity is simply ready for a change. Regardless of his next move, it is clear that his influence will continue to loom large over conservative media for years to come. For Fox News, Hannity's departure represents a critical juncture. The network has weathered other high-profile exits in the past, such as Bill O'Reilly's departure in 2017, but Hannity's exit feels different. O'Reilly was forced out amid scandal, whereas Hannity is leaving on his own terms, which may have broader implications for the network's direction. Hannity's departure could signal a larger shift in the way Fox News approaches its programming and its relationship with its audience. Will the network double down on its current approach, or will it attempt to adapt to a changing media environment by bringing in new voices or altering its format? Hannity's exit also underscores the growing fragmentation within conservative media. Where Fox News was once the undisputed king of right-wing commentary, it now faces increasing competition from smaller, more ideologically driven outlets. Platforms like Newsmax and OAN cater to audiences that feel Fox News has become too moderate or too corporate. These networks have found success by appealing to viewers who want a more aggressive, less polished form of conservative commentary. With Hannity's departure, it is possible that Fox News could lose some of these viewers to its competitors, further eroding its dominance in the conservative media space. The broader implications of Hannity's exit also extend beyond the media world and into the political realm. As one of the most influential conservative commentators, Hannity played a significant role in shaping the Republican Party's messaging and priorities. His departure may leave a gap in the way conservative ideas are communicated to the public. Without Hannity's voice providing a sense of direction, the Republican Party may find it more difficult to coalesce around a unified message, especially as it heads into an election cycle that promises to be highly divisive. Hannity's influence on conservative politics, particularly during the Trump era, cannot be overstated. His departure will leave a noticeable void in the conversation. As with any major change, Hannity's departure will likely have unintended consequences. In the short term, it may create a period of uncertainty for both Fox News and its viewers. Loyal viewers of Hannity's show will no doubt miss his presence, and there is a risk that some may drift away from the network altogether. In the long term, however, Hannity's exit could lead to new opportunities for both the network and the conservative movement. Fox News may use this moment to reinvent itself, introducing new programming that appeals to a younger or more diverse audience. Meanwhile, Hannity's absence may encourage other conservative voices to step up and fill the gap, leading to a more dynamic and varied media landscape. Sean Hannity's departure from Fox News not only marks a significant change for the network, but it also signals a broader shift in the way political media operates, especially within conservative circles. To truly appreciate the magnitude of Hannity's decision to leave, it's essential to consider not just his role within Fox News, but also his place within the broader media ecosystem. His impact stretches far beyond the boundaries of a single network, and his exit has the potential to reshape the contours of conservative media in ways that are profound and long-lasting. Throughout his career, Hannity has embodied a particular style of political commentary that is uniquely suited to television. His delivery views are often framed to highlight conservative perspectives, and his opinions are unflinchingly partisan. This style appealed to viewers who felt alienated by what they perceived as liberal bias in mainstream media. Hannity offered an alternative that was more in tune with the values of conservative America, and his viewers saw in him a voice that articulated their frustrations, beliefs, and hopes. In many ways, Hannity's approach to news and commentary was as much about entertainment as it was about information, blending the two into a hybrid that kept his viewers engaged night after night. The departure of such a central figure from Fox News raises interesting questions about how media figures in today's world balance the line between journalism and activism. Hannity's show often featured a mix of factual reporting with clear ideological advocacy, a style that appealed to his audience but was frequently criticized by those outside his viewership. His success suggests that for a large segment of the population, the traditional line between news and opinion has become increasingly blurred. His exit from Fox News may further intensify this shift, as it will force both the network and its competitors to reconsider how they package and present political information. Another key aspect of Hannity's departure is the potential ripple effect it could have on the conservative media ecosystem as a whole. In recent years, a number of alternative conservative media platforms have gained prominence, capitalizing on dissatisfaction among some viewers with Fox News, particularly in the wake of the 2020 election. Many of these outlets, such as Newsmax and OAN, have framed themselves as even more aligned with conservative values than Fox News, attracting an audience that believes Fox has drifted away from its original mission. Hannity's departure could provide these alternative networks with an opening to expand their influence even further, possibly luring away viewers who were loyal to Hannity but are now searching for a new home. These alternative outlets have positioned themselves as disruptors within the conservative media space, often challenging Fox News' dominance by promising a more unfiltered and uncompromising take on the news. With Hannity gone, these networks may attempt to capitalize on his exit by offering themselves as the new bastions of conservative commentary, potentially leading to an even more fragmented media environment. This fragmentation could have significant implications for conservative politics, as different segments of the conservative base consume different versions of the same events, leading to an increasingly polarized and fragmented political landscape. The timing of Hannity's departure is especially significant given the current political climate. With the 2024 election looming, Hannity's voice will be conspicuously absent from the coverage of a crucial moment in American history. Throughout previous elections, Hannity played a key role in shaping the narrative for conservative voters. He was a steadfast advocate for Republican candidates and causes, providing them with a platform to reach millions of potential voters. His absence may leave a void in conservative media's coverage of the upcoming election, especially as candidates compete for attention in an increasingly crowded media environment. Moreover, Hannity's departure raises questions about the evolving relationship between media personalities and political figures. In the era of Donald Trump, the line between media and politics became more fluid than ever before. Hannity was not just a commentator who discussed politics from afar. He was actively involved in shaping the conversation. His closeness to Trump, in particular, gave him a unique role as both a media figure and a political insider. This blurring of roles allowed him to navigate both worlds effectively, but it also made his departure all the more impactful. This blurring of roles allowed Hannity to exert an influence that went beyond his show as he became a key player in conservative politics. His departure from Fox News could signal a shift away from this model, or it could pave the way for other media figures to step into similar roles. As we consider the implications of Hannity's departure, it's also important to recognize the changing dynamics of media consumption in the digital age. The rise of social media, podcasts, and streaming platforms has fundamentally altered the way people consume news and political commentary. In the past, television networks like Fox News had a near monopoly on conservative media. Today, however, there are a multitude of platforms offering alternative perspectives, many of which cater to niche audiences. This democratization of media has given rise to a more fragmented and diverse media landscape, where viewers can easily find content that aligns with their specific political views. Hannity's departure from Fox News may accelerate this trend. His loyal audience, many of whom have followed him for decades, will likely seek out other sources of news and commentary that reflect their values. Whether they turn to other established conservative outlets, newer digital platforms, or independent creators, the result will be a continued fragmentation of the media landscape. This fragmentation has both positive and negative implications. On one hand, it allows for a greater diversity of voices and perspectives within the conservative movement. On the other hand, it may contribute to further polarization as audiences become siloed into smaller, more ideologically homogeneous groups. In addition to the impact on media, Hannity's departure will also have significant implications for the political right as a whole. For years, Hannity has been a key figure in shaping the messaging of the conservative movement. His show provided a platform for conservative politicians, activists, and thinkers to present their ideas to a national audience. Without Hannity's platform, these figures will need to find new avenues to reach their supporters. This could lead to a reshuffling of the conservative media ecosystem as different outlets and personalities vie for the attention of the movement's leaders and followers. At the same time, Hannity's exit could also open the door for a new generation of conservative media figures to rise to prominence. In recent years, a number of younger commentators have gained significant followings on social media and digital platforms. Figures like Ben Shapiro, Candace Owens, and Charlie Kirk have built their brands by appealing to a younger, more digitally savvy audience. These voices represent a new wave of conservative media, one that is more focused on online engagement and less reliant on traditional television networks. Hannity's departure could accelerate this transition as Fox News and other outlets look to tap into this younger audience. However, it remains to be seen whether these newer voices can command the same level of influence that Hannity did. His success was built not just on his ability to articulate conservative ideas, but also on his deep connection with his audience. For many viewers, Hannity was more than just a media personality. He was a trusted confidant, someone who shared their values and understood their concerns. Replacing that kind of personal connection is no easy task, and it will be a challenge for any future media figure to fill the void left by Hannity's departure. In addition to the personal connection he cultivated with his audience, Hannity's longevity in the media business gave him a level of credibility that is hard to replicate. Over the course of his career, he weathered numerous controversies and challenges, emerging each time with his reputation intact. This resilience allowed him to maintain his position as one of the most trusted voices in the landscape. More and more people are cutting the cord and turning to streaming services for their content. Traditional television news networks face an uncertain future. Fox News has managed to maintain its position as a dominant player in cable news, but the broader trends in media consumption suggest that television news may be on the decline. Younger audiences are increasingly turning to online platforms like YouTube, podcasts, and social media for their news and commentary, leaving traditional networks scrambling to adapt. Hannity's departure could be seen as a reflection of this broader trend. As one of the last remaining stalwarts of traditional conservative media, his exit may signal that the era of cable news dominance is coming to an end. The future of conservative media, and political media in general, may lie in digital platforms that can cater to a more fragmented and on-demand audience. This shift presents both challenges and opportunities for the media industry. On one hand, digital platforms offer greater flexibility and the ability to reach audiences in new and innovative ways. On the other hand, the decline of traditional television news could lead to a further erosion of shared national narratives, as viewers increasingly seek out content that aligns with their own ideological preferences. For Fox News, the departure of Hannity may force the network to confront these challenges head-on. In recent years, Fox has attempted to expand its digital presence through initiatives like Fox Nation, its streaming service aimed at conservative audiences. However, the network's core strength has always been its dominance of cable news. With Hannity gone, Fox will need to reassess its strategy for retaining viewers in an increasingly competitive media landscape. Whether that means doubling down on its current approach or pivoting toward a more digital-centric model remains to be seen. In the aftermath of Hannity's announcement, the broader landscape of television news faces a pivotal moment. While cable news was once the dominant medium through which millions of Americans received their daily dose of political commentary, its primacy is now being eroded by an explosion of digital platforms that offer not just news but a personalized experience for the viewer. Hannity, for years a pillar of Fox News' primetime lineup, helped create and sustain the model of cable news as a venue for overt political opinion. However, with his departure, Fox News and the broader media industry must face the reality that the media consumption habits of Americans are shifting rapidly. The transition away from traditional television consumption is not simply a matter of convenience or technology. It reflects a cultural shift in how audiences want to engage with news and political content. Younger viewers, in particular, no longer rely on cable news as their primary source of information, opting instead for platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and various streaming services. These platforms not only provide the immediacy of news updates, but also foster a sense of community and direct interaction that traditional television cannot offer. In this new landscape, Hannity's departure might reflect a broader generational shift away from traditional media, with Fox News potentially losing touch with younger, more tech-savvy viewers who are less likely to tune in to a cable news show. Fox News has faced this challenge before, most notably after the 2020 election when many viewers turned to more hardline outlets like Newsmax and OAN, dissatisfied with Fox's coverage. The departure of a figure as central as Hannity could exacerbate this drift, especially among the most ideologically driven viewers who see Fox News as becoming too moderate. Hannity's appeal has always been his unabashed defense of conservative values and his ability to speak to the concerns of the everyday American, which resonated deeply with a demographic that felt increasingly disconnected from mainstream media outlets. His exit might signal the final stage of Fox News' transition from a dominant force in conservative media to one that competes for viewers alongside smaller, more niche networks. On a broader level, Hannity's departure also highlights a tension that exists between ideological purity and media pragmatism. For years, Fox News struck a balance between catering to the political right while also adhering to the broader commercial realities of being a major cable news network. As a result, the network enjoyed both massive ratings and a significant role in shaping conservative discourse. But the current media environment has become far more fragmented. Outlets like Newsmax and OAN have capitalized on the belief that Fox News is no longer sufficiently aligned with the most hardline conservative viewpoints. With Hannity leaving, Fox News may struggle to maintain its credibility as the dominant voice of conservatism as it becomes increasingly difficult to bridge the gap between ideological fervor and the demands of a corporate media entity. Moreover, this fragmentation within conservative media also mirrors broader divisions within the Republican Party itself. Hannity's exit from Fox News comes at a time when the GOP is grappling with deep internal rifts between establishment Republicans and a more populist, Trump-aligned wing. Hannity has long been associated with the latter, particularly during Trump's presidency, where he was one of the former president's most ardent defenders. Hannity's departure may thus symbolize a wider struggle within conservative circles about the direction of the movement. With Hannity stepping away from his role as a central media figure, it remains to be seen whether other voices in conservative media will embrace his brand of Trump-aligned populism or move in a different direction. This vacuum opens up opportunities for a new generation of conservative figures like Dan Bongino, Steven Crowder, and Ben Shapiro are already prominent within the conservative digital sphere, and Hannity's departure could give them more room to expand their influence. These personalities, however, represent a different approach to political commentary than Hannity's. While a combination of traditional talk radio sensibilities and television showmanship, this new generation thrives in the digital realm, where podcasts, viral clips, and social